first day of Vlogmas and it's gonna be a very boring day. I came back really late yesterday from a weekend in Germany, so yeah, I was kind of tired. I woke up this morning really early because my sister had a train at 6:40 a.m. so she had to leave at 6, so we woke up together and then she left, then I fell asleep again and I was just exhausted. So yeah, I haven't really done much today. I had an appointment with a therapist, but I reported it to next week. Hopefully I will go there next week, but I don't know how I feel about this therapist. It's really difficult to find one in Paris that's not too far away from home, that's not too expensive, and that's not like, I don't know, that's someone that suits me. It is really difficult and I'm struggling to find one at the moment. So yeah, I've been reading a little bit today. I am reading Ada or Outdoor by Nabokov, and it's a wonderful book, but it's kind of difficult, I have to say. It is a very challenging book, especially reading it in English as a French native speaker, but it's beautiful. I have an appointment with my doctor for tomorrow because I need a few other things, so that's great. My life is really exciting, as you can tell, and I've been a bit down because it's, you know, it's a day off and it's Vlogmas and I should have been out and about doing things, filming for you guys, but I was just too tired and not motivated at all. So yeah, what else could I tell you? I don't know, I don't have anything to tell you really. I might film bits and pieces again today, but not much. I really don't think I'm gonna be able to film much. I have so many things to do. I wanted to draw again, I wanted to finish the Nabokov's novel, I wanted to record my podcast, my literary podcast, which is in French unfortunately at the moment only. I wanted to work on creating my literary channel, but I just don't feel like doing that either. I'm supposed to answer, like, email back my university teacher who was supervising my dissertation and with whom I was talking again about doing the PhD next year, but I don't feel like doing this either. I don't know how I feel about the whole PhD thing. It's just a mess. My mind is a mess at the moment. I'm not feeling my best, I guess. So yeah, I'm just trying to relax a little bit, so I think it's gonna be a day off for me today, even from you guys. I'm very sorry about that. Be prepared for probably very rare Vlogmases. I mean, I know I'm not gonna do them daily. That's not possible. I think it's gonna be 2 videos a week. And be prepared maybe for some a bit depressed Vlogmas too, because I'm not feeling my best, as I said, and I cannot lie on camera. I'm of course gonna try and film for you exciting things. I have really good things planned. I'm visiting my sister who's not in Paris anymore, so I'm taking you along. That should be exciting. I have filmed in Germany, so I will upload it later as well. I'm going back to my hometown for Christmas Eve, so I will film that too, and then I'm going to another place. I'm not telling you, that will be a surprise for New Year's Eve. The beginning of the month, the Vlogmases are not going to be really exciting, but hopefully by like the second, yeah, I would say maybe the second half of the month is going to be more exciting for you, so I hope you enjoy and stick with me for that. So I'm going to stop rambling now because it's already 6 minutes. I will see you tomorrow, guys, I think. I am still at home because there were some issues with my schedule, and basically I wanted to go to work, but it didn't work out in the end. Not my fault at all. How surprising is this? How often do you hear someone that wants to go to work, someone that asks for work, and they're told basically nothing because I got no answer? So I won't bore you with all of those details, but I ended up being at home today when it was not my intention and not what was supposed to be. So as for now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have all of my classes prepared, so I don't really have much work to do. I have a few papers to mark, but I don't want to do this now. So I think I'm actually going to record. So I use this and this little thing only, and I'm going to record my literary podcast because it's late already. I don't really, I mean, I want to do it, but I don't feel very motivated. I don't feel motivated to do anything really, but yeah, I'm gonna force myself. I'm gonna do this because I feel like I owe this to people listening to my podcast. It's supposed to be a monthly one, and I'm always a bit late, as I'm always late for everything because I have issues with time and with responsibility and with pressure and anxiety. And if you are suffering from depression or anxiety yourself, I'm sure you understand what I mean. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm gonna record the podcast and maybe talk to you later, guys. So this is usually how it works. I'm using Evernote, which I talked about in a previous video, and I discovered Evernote through Skillshare, so yeah. And then I script all of my podcasts and I record it. So I'm not totally satisfied with this one. I wanted to add a few things, but yeah, I think it's gonna be long enough already. So as you can tell, it's a lot of work, which explains why, unfortunately, at the moment, I really don't have the time to translate all of that in English and then record it another time in English. So yeah, I'm very sorry, but maybe in the future, if I don't work full time, or if I find a way to make this online activity more financially stable, maybe that's gonna happen. But so for now, it's only in French. So yeah, let's record this. Hi guys, so it's been a while. I have failed miserably at the first week of vlogging for Vlogmas. I'm very sorry, but I have a few things to say. First of all, I'm tired, I'm busy, I'm not feeling my best, so that's why it's difficult for me to vlog at the moment. Secondly, it is winter time in Paris. The weather is not really great. It was supposed to be raining heavily today, but apparently it's not, which is great. But apart from that, the sun, I mean, as it is in most parts of the world right now, the sun rises really late and goes down really early, so that means I don't have much time to film. And even when the sun is up, it's oftentimes really dark, gloomy and grey. Paris is at the moment, I mean not Paris, France is at the moment on strike. There are huge strike movements going on in France. I actually did go on strike yesterday, and I think I'm going on strike again on Tuesday next week because we are really unhappy and dissatisfied and afraid about what's going on politic-wise. The president and the government are trying to change the way we are paid and the way everything is calculated for retirements. So that would be a huge like downfall, and it would impact so many people so severely. Like the amount of money we would get for our retirement would drop significantly, which is just unacceptable. There are other things going on, as you may know. Perhaps some French people have been going on strikes and protest for over many months now, a year even, Les Gilets jaunes, the yellow vest, I would say. I think it has been quite talked about outside of France even, and the way the French government and the French president have handled this is absolutely disastrous and very shocking. Many people have lost their eyes, their hands, have been injured very severely, have been you know, taken into custody and all of these things just because they went on protest, which is a right for people to do that. We have the right to strike, we have the right to protest. So yeah, I mean, I think I talked about that just after the elections. I don't know if I did that only in French or if I also talked about it in English, but I was already very scared and very scared of what would happen with this president, because he's just disastrous and awful. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't have many things to say apart from that, really. So it just makes everything really difficult for me at the moment when it comes to Vlogmas, because I don't know if I'm going to work or if I'm not going to work. I was supposed to go to work today, but the strike is still going on in public transports. I don't have any buses, I don't have any metro lines going on, so I can't go to work. I have a bike, as I said, so technically I could go to work, but I start really early and I finish work really late as well, and I just don't want to be alone on my bike at night, because I basically bike along the river sort of thing, and it's not a very safe area, especially at nighttime, and I just don't want to take that risk. I did it twice and I just felt really unsafe, and everyone told me that it was really not a safe thing to do. My colleagues told me I should not do that. So I don't have any means to go to work, and my school had not really planned for this at all, even though we knew the strike was happening and even though we knew this strike was going to last. At the moment, we don't even know how long it's gonna last. It could last until the end of the month, which is just insane. Everyone's on strike: teachers, public transports, lawyers, so many people, really, everyone at the moment. And so my school had not really planned for this, which means that unfortunately my students have not been warned. They probably are in school right now, just waiting in the classroom with nothing to do, because nothing was planned. We were not asked to send special homework, we were not asked to send special documents. They did not rearrange the schedules to make it, you know, maybe more condensed and a few hours only, which would be beneficial for everyone. They didn't do anything. I think it also shows how we are not really supported by our direction. They just don't want to help us do this strike. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So right now I am working on my bed. I'm actually doing things for my students. I am doing I'm putting together documents and videos on the different books we're studying. We're studying Frankenstein for my youngest students, so I put together some documentaries on the book, some documentaries on alchemy. I send them a few questions on an extract of the book. Then I also send for my oldest students an interview of the author with some questions to help them train for, like, you know, taking notes and being able to understand an audio file. And now I'm working for my other classes. I'm trying to put together some questions on an extract, so hopefully they can work at home this weekend. And I'm not working on Monday. I'm never working on Monday, and on Tuesday, as I said, it's probably going to be a strike again. So I want to be on strike, I want to protest, and I also want to provide some work for my students. So that means I have some double work to do at home, actually. So in case anyone feels like, you know, we are on strike and we're not doing anything, it's because we are lazy and we don't want to work. That's not it at all. We're fighting for our rights and our safety and our retirement conditions of life. And we are also working for, you know, the good of our students. So yeah, I will talk to you later, guys, because I really have some work to do now and I want to be done with this by midday. So yeah. Okay, so we will continue into the boring ass vlog But yeah, so see, that's what I did this morning. Basically, I created a few online quizzes or like exercises. So basically, for example, this one, it's, you know, it has several questions about theater and plays and everything, and I just send the link to my students, they answer it, and then I correct them online. I have another one on argumentation, and I'm trying to now find other material on there. So basically here I am looking at files and other documents and content, be it musical, film, anything that's related to the books we are studying. So that's a lot of work. It's really interesting, but it takes a while, really. And in case you're wondering, I am still in my pajamas on my bed. That's what I've been doing for more than 3 hours now. I am all for the strike, but I also want to provide my students with content that's useful to them. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm also trying to find a way to download legally Frankenweenie, because I think it could be an interesting twist on Frankenstein, which is what I'm studying with some of my classes. And I think right now I'm also gonna start putting together a new course, which is going to be on censorship and literature. I want to focus on that, and I want to present a few cases of censorship across the world in literature. So I'm thinking of, for example, Anna Akhmatova in Russia. I'm thinking of Ala El Aswani in Egypt. I'm thinking of a few French authors. I'm thinking of 2 very famous trials, or maybe I guess 3, the one with Oscar Wilde, the one with Baudelaire, and the one with Flaubert. And I want to like build a whole course on, you know, why some authors and books are censored, what we should think of censorship, why it's happening, where it is still happening nowadays. I'm also thinking of Salman Rushdie, because I think it could be an interesting add as well. I want to really focus on the whole world, because I don't want it to be only French, but I'm also gonna heavily focus on French and the 19th century with Baudelaire and Flaubert. So yeah, and it's interesting also to see that, you know, of course religion is gonna be present in most cases, but I also want to show them that sometimes it's because you're criticizing political power, sometimes it's because you're, for example, gay or homosexual, and it's, you know, considered an attack on what's proper. I also want to show them that sometimes the censorship is official, and sometimes it also comes from other groups that are not recognized as political powers but can be really influential and dangerous. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be interesting. I'm also trying to find some text on censorship which are a bit more theoretical, because I think it could be interesting, and they're in high school, so I want to make it a bit more complex and challenging for them as well. And I'm trying to find if there's a movie that deals with that. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to try and put this vlog together. It's going to be a very boring vlog, because there won't be anything outside. There won't be anything happening. There won't be anyone but me. I'm very sorry, but I think I will still upload it, because that's the reality of my life at the moment. And I also want to show that, you know, not every YouTuber has free time, is a student, is privileged in many ways, doesn't have a job. I have a job, a full-time job. It's taking a lot of my time. I live in a big city that's crowded, that's on strike, political issues happening. I am someone with some issues mentally and physically, so yeah, that's what life is for a lot of people, I think. So I'm sorry if that blog was boring, but at least it was real, and I hope that some of you could relate to that.